Good morning everyone, this is As Muhammad Khan and I welcome you in today's segment. Today we are going to start a very interesting chapter. It is chapter 8 and it is related to cell structure and function. Now what is cell, student? Cell is the basic structural and the functional unit of the life. Means the living organisms are made up of cell, and there are all the living organism exceptional virus, student. Virus is the exception that does not have the cell. Otherwise all the living organisms like plants, animals, algae, fungi, bacteria, they have the cell in their body, or their body is made by the cell. That's why we can say that the cell is the structural and the functional unit of the life. Now, cell was discovered by a great scientist, Robert Hooke. He discovered it under the microscope when he observed the cork under the microscope, student. Then he observed many room-like structure or the cabin-like structure under the microscope. This type of structure he observed, and he gave name to those structure cell, because in the Latin these cabin-like structure are known as cellulae. So with the help of that word he gave name to these cabin-like structure cell, student. So who discovered? In 1665 Robert Hooke discovered. Robert Hooke. And the cell that he discovered, those all cells are dead, because the cork is the part of bark, student. So we can say that the dead cells were discovered by Robert Hooke, but the living cells were discovered by Leeuwenhoek, student. Antoni Leeuwenhoek. Antoni Leeuwenhoek discovered the living cell, student. Who discovered the living cell? Antoni Leeuwenhoek. And who discovered the dead cell? Robert Hooke. Now we come on the next, basic structural and the functional unit. Means cell is known as basic structural and functional unit. Why, student? Because the cell makes the tissue makes the organ, and organ makes the parts of body, and parts of body make the whole body. That's why we can say that the cell is the basic structural unit, and it is also known as basic functional unit. Why is it called the functional unit? Because all the basic functions like the respiration, digestion, metabolism, reactions and excretion, all these basic functions are also performed by the cell inside our body. That's why it is also known as the basic functional unit. So you can write that the cell, group of cell make the tissue make the organ, and organ makes the parts of body, and parts of body make the whole body. Like a building is made by the brick, student. So brick make the wall make the room make the building. So we can say that the cell works as brick in the body of the living organisms like plants and animals. And according to the number of the cell, student, according to the number of the cell, we can categorize the living organisms into two types. First is unicellular organisms. Second is multicellular organisms. Means there are the two types of the living organisms: unicellular and multicellular. These are the two types of the living organisms according to the number of the cell. Now, the unicellular organisms have only one cell, and they are also known as parazoa. Parazoa. And these multicellular are known as eumetozoa. Now, these unicellular have only one cell in them, like amoeba, student, and all the basic function are performed by the single cell. Like inside the cell there are the different organelles are found, and those all organelles perform all the basic function that support the life, student. So in this type of the living organism there is only one cell is found, and the example of this is amoeba, paramecium, euglena, plasmodium. These are the example of unicellular organism that have only one cell. But these eumetozoa living organisms or the multicellular organisms have more than one cell, and their organization is again divided into different types, like the cell specific, cellular specific, tissue specific, organ specific, and body specific. So all the higher organisms like the plants, animals, they come in which category, student? They come in the multicellular category. Means their organization is known as multicellular organization, and those living organisms are known as multicellular organisms because their body contains more than one cell. So all the plants and animals come in which category, student? They come in the category of multicellular. Now, these organization means cell have the different parts, student, and about those parts we will discuss in our next segment. Thank you.